Hi friends, and welcome to Ouroboros Tarot. Today we're looking into what they're currently feeling. There were very specific messages that came through today, so if a pile doesn't resonate for you, that's okay. It's probably a sign that there is not a message here for you today. But I have 3 piles for you guys to choose from today. Pile 1, Pile 2, and Pile 3. Go ahead and pause this video if you need to. Take as much time as you need to find the pile that sits right with your energy as well as with your person's, and I will see you in a minute. Hi Pile 1, and welcome to your reading. Today we're looking into how it is that they're feeling, and the oracles that you guys have chosen are going to give us insight into how this person is energetically showing up, what actions they're showing you, just so that I'll have a better understanding and you will know whether or not this is your pile. So, to start Pile 1, we have the Unseen, we have Gratitude, Rescuer. The light attributes are provides strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. And the shadow attributes are assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. We have Lamb, Otter, and we have Camel, with the keyword being stamina. Okay, so what is the current energy that's going on? What is this person's energy toward you and your connection currently? I get the feeling that for the vast majority of you, the connection that you are in is one that is currently facing some sort of obstacle or challenge. And it seems to be something that is happening outside of this connection. It's not an obstacle or challenge that's happening within it. It's more so something that more than likely is occurring in your own life. And this person seems to be somebody who's really stepping up to the plate, Pile 1. They are taking on a leadership role of some kind. They're wanting to guide you during this time. Hold your hand or walk with you through whatever it is that you're going through. And they feel as though they have a lot of insight and wisdom to share with you in some capacity. They definitely want to and are showing you currently that they are willing to take any burdens on that you are currently dealing with as their own, to kind of help lighten your load. They're really being a team player. And not only that, but there's also this energy of somebody who is very lighthearted, especially towards whatever is going on right now. And I don't necessarily mean it in the sense of this person is making light of your situation that could potentially be very heavy. It's more so like this person is calm, or is able or capable of staying optimistic even in times where it's difficult to do so. This person seems to be showing up in a way in which they have a heart of gold. This person could very well be an earth or a water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That doesn't have to be the case, but that's what's kind of coming through here with the Lamb and the Otter. They also seem to be somebody who is really intuitive and insightful. And this could be something that perhaps is new to them. It may not be something that they've really dived into in the past and they're currently exploring it, or it could be something that they have done a lot of reflection on and it's something that they've really been able to hone in. Either way, their intuition is showing them, is helping them realize that this connection means a whole lot to them. And they're showing you that this connection means a whole lot to them through their actions. There's nothing here indicating like there's confusing energy or actions being taken on this person's end that would lead you to not necessarily be sure of whether or not they're being honest or they're being authentic. It kind of seems like their actions are kind of lining up with their energy. I just get the feeling that they're wanting to hold your hand, very like probably because you've done the same for them in the past, and they recognize that you are a gift in their life. And intuitively, I get the feeling that they are seeing certain things that perhaps you're not seeing right now. And this could be because there's a lot of emotions at play. It could be because you're focusing on something entirely different. But it seems like this person has a lot of different perspectives than you do currently, and they're wanting to share that with you. So if that resonates, let's go ahead and look into how this person is currently feeling about you, pile one. Go ahead and shuffle one more time. Okay, how is pile one's person currently feeling about pile one? So we have the Fool. How is pile one's person currently feeling? We have the Four of Wands. We have the Page of Wands. How does pile one's person currently feel? We have the Six of Wands, and we have Judgment. Okay, I'll go ahead and pull clarifiers in a minute, but from what I'm seeing just in these first 5 cards, the biggest message coming through is that this person has never felt more sure of something in their life. When it comes to you, when it comes to this connection, they feel very confident in the path that they're choosing. They feel very confident in putting their money on you, so to speak. It feels like you are somebody that they see a long future with, and somebody that they could be incredibly successful with. And I don't necessarily know if that is in a monetary or financial way. We don't have any pentacles so far. But the energy that's coming through is more so like this person sees you as somebody that they could be successful with in terms of living a life that is fulfilling to the both of you. Let's keep going. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle again. Why is the Fool here? Please clarify the Fool. Okay, we have the Five of Cups. Why is the Four of Wands here? We have the Six of Cups. Why is the Page of Wands here? Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the King of Wands reversed. Why is the Six of Wands here? We have the Eight of Cups, and why is Judgment here? We have the Chariot, and on the back of the deck we have Temperance. So as soon as the Five of Cups came out, the message that came through, it reminded me of what I originally said in the first portion of this reading, of this person being somewhat optimistic. There could very well be certain things that are happening currently that could be perceived from others as potential downfalls or potential obstacles, and this person doesn't necessarily see that. They normally, with the Five of Cups, I would say that the person is focusing on the 2 or the 3 cups that have fallen over rather than the 2 cups behind them that are still standing up. However, in this spread, it doesn't feel like that. It almost feels like perhaps they're seeing you as somebody who might be focusing on the cups that have fallen over, or perhaps you are seeing the potential for disaster in this connection or the potential for heartbreak in this connection. But this person feels incredibly brave and incredibly sure of themselves when it comes to what this connection has to offer. And this comes from, like I was saying before, a very intuitive and deep knowing. And with the Six of Cups being here, this is definitely a soulmate card. And for it to come out with the Four of Wands is such a joyful card. And so is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is such a warm, loving energy. And this person on an intuitive level knows that you are somebody profoundly important on a soul level for them. I almost get the feeling that they have set their ego to the side when it comes to this connection. They've stepped away from needing to be right, or they've stepped away from allowing their ego to make decisions for them. And with this, they feel a strong desire to explore ways to live life, or to develop relationships, or to connect with others in a way that is not ego-centered, and in a way that perhaps feels foreign to them, or a little bit uncomfortable. There's a desire to do this with you. I would also say that there's a lot of care here. There's a great deal of care when it comes to how they feel about you. They don't have any doubts. This person doesn't have any doubts. And because of this, they don't necessarily, I don't see anything here indicating patience. Like, it feels like this person has a strong desire to really move this connection along. And even though, I think for some of you, even though this person knows that this is what they want, they also understand that they may need to slow things down, slow their own desires or passion down in order to allow you to catch up to them in terms of where they are. Let's go ahead and get some more oracles and see what comes through. How does pile 1's person feel? Yep, we have Treasure Island, number 9. We have Come to the Edge, number 36. And we have Loyal Heart, yeah. And we have Here and Now. And on the back of the deck, we have Building Blocks. It's all just further confirmation of what I've been saying. They feel as though they've struck gold with you, pile 1. And just as much as I was picking up on this person having a heart of gold, they see a heart of gold within you. They see something, they see treasure within you. And I get the feeling that they feel as though you may very well be out of reach, or at least further away than they would like. And there's this really strong desire, like with Come to the Edge here, this is the same energy to me as the Fool, this desire to just kind of take a leap of faith and go after what it is that they want. But at the same time, with Here and Now, they're recognizing that there are other things outside of this connection that are influencing it, and just because it's not where they would like it to be entirely doesn't mean that there isn't nuggets of treasure and of specialness in the present moment. And this person is willing to wait because they have a future. They see you in their future, and they see themselves being able to build a life with you. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys today. Let's go ahead and get to some advice before we close this reading out. See what comes through. What advice is there for pile 1? Divine timing. Everything is timing, and timing is everything. Gladly, I release my concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. I trust that the divine schedule makers know what they're doing. It can take a long time to reach divine middle management. It almost, like, this card's coming out as advice for you. So I'm kind of wondering if perhaps you also feel this pressure or this this desire, this pressure, or this urgency to push things along, while at the same time realizing that for whatever reason, because of whatever's going on with you, it may not necessarily be the right time, and there's like something intuitively that's kind of either being quieted or that you're hearing and is confusing you. And with divine timing here, it feels like this is kind of validation for you that there is no need to rush. What it is that you want, what it is that you need, you can listen to that. And it's not going to cause you to miss out on something else. And we have gratitude. Today I am grateful for all of the little things. Even when the big things suck, there are always plenty of little things I can be at least a little grateful for, like hot showers and music and the fact that humans invented an internet, and I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to, using fingers and thumbs that do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. I think this one kind of speaks for itself. I do think it's interesting that gratitude has come out as the advice, and it was also one of the first cards that I pulled for this person's energy toward the connection. But take these as they resonate for you first and foremost. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys today, pile 1. Thank you so much for giving me this chance to read for you today, and hopefully I will have the opportunity to read for you in another video soon. Bye! Hi pile 2, and welcome to your reading. We are looking into how your person is currently feeling, and the oracles that you guys have chosen are going to show us what your person's current energy toward the connection is, what their actions are, to kind of help me get a better understanding of what's going on, as well as to help you decide whether or not this is actually your pile. So to start pile 2, we have the Cave, we have Vanity, Faith, Rabbit, Platypus, with the key word being difference. We have Athlete. The light attributes are dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. And the shadow attributes are misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability, and entitlement. And we have the Student. The light attributes are humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning, and the shadow attributes are arrogance and the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Okay, so who is your person? How are they showing up currently, pile 2? This feels like somebody who is like a poster board for disorganized attachment or for avoidant attachment. This connection is more than likely one that is on again, off again, or has never actually lived up to the potential that it could, because boundaries get put up, walls get put up by this person. Your person is showing up as somebody who is deeply fearful of intimacy, of being hurt. And not only of being hurt, but when it comes to intimacy, you have to know who you are in order to share in that vulnerability with another person. And I get the feeling that this person may not necessarily know who they truly are, or may be afraid to find out. They may not want to know what it is that you see or what it is that other people see. They feel fearful of themselves. And it could come across as somebody who's very entitled, perhaps entitled to your energy without providing energy in return. But at the end of the day, this person seems to be somebody who is portraying themselves as emotionally unavailable, more than likely because they are. You don't portray yourself as emotionally unavailable when you actually are available. It could even be that this person is kind of showing you just what's on the surface, or is somebody who is shallow themselves, or who is always looking for the next best thing, is fearful of making commitments because they don't necessarily want to be tied down. If that's not resonating for you, it's because it's not your pile. But that's what I'm seeing for this when it comes to who they are, how they're showing up, what their current energy is. So if that did resonate for you, let's go ahead and look into how they're currently feeling. How is pile 2's person currently feeling? How interesting. Immediately, what's come out is exactly what I've been talking about. So we have the 4 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and the Moon. Let's keep going. How is pile 2's person currently feeling? We have the 2 of Wands, and we have the Empress. Okay. So I'll pull more cards in a minute, but let's go ahead and look at these cards first before we get clarification. I feel very strongly like your person is... Oh, hold on just a second. Okay, sorry about that, pile 2. Joplin heard something and was barking, so I needed to give it a minute. But what I was saying is that I feel very strongly as though your person is feeling a sense of entitlement. And I don't really remember if I used that word earlier, but I do remember that the word sense of entitlement is in the Athlete, I believe it was, as one of the shadow attributes. And for the Moon to come out as well with the keyword being shadow work, it feels like this is confirmation that this person feels entitled. And I see this level of entitlement with the 4 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and the Empress. The phrase that just came to mind is that this person doesn't want to lift a finger. This person feels as though they shouldn't have to for whatever reason. And I think that a lot of this comes from them not wanting to take a look at themselves in the mirror, or them not wanting to be vulnerable. Especially if the 2 of you are in no contact currently, or if the 2 of you are in kind of like an off part of the on again, off again situation. It feels like they don't want to be vulnerable in order to get what it is that they want. And they're refusing to see themselves as the creators of where they are currently. And obviously, like, I don't mean that in the sense of like, you know, horrific things that have happened to them. I don't mean anything like that. I mean more so like they're failing to see the string of decisions that they have made in this connection to lead them to this particular point. Let's keep going. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle again. Why is the 4 of Swords here? We have Judgment. Yep. So the 4 of Swords, the key word is rest. And then Judgment, to me, Judgment is about, it's like looking into a mirror. It's being able to see things clearly. It's acknowledging one's own faults. And it feels like this person is avoiding that at all cost. Why is the 8 of Swords here? Why is the 8 of Swords here? Yep, and then we have the 2 of Cups coming out underneath the 8 of Swords. They feel as though they have been victimized in this connection. There's definitely a sense of longing here, a sense of hurt here, but the overriding feeling for all of this is fear. And they cannot get out of that. They don't see a way out of that fear. Why is the Moon here? We have the Sun, clarity. That's so interesting. It's almost like, I don't know if this person, you know, if this person doesn't necessarily know who it is that they are, they may feel so out of balance that, like, for people who are in balance, or for people who know who they are, for people who see the good things about themselves, for people who are in balance like that, being able to look at one's shortcomings may not necessarily be as terrifying, because you're still grounded in yourself and there's still self-love here. But it feels like it's sorely, like it's just so strongly lacking here that even the good things about this person, they're failing to see. There's very low self-esteem here. Why is the Two of Wands here? Why is the Two of Wands here, Spirit? There's just so many walls up. The Two of Wands, you know, here the keyword is planning. It's a card about making decisions, deciding which route you want to go. And both routes here, like the phrase that just came to mind was, this person will die on their hill of refusing to be vulnerable. Like the two options that they see is either to keep the wall up or to allow this connection to go to a close. There's so much resistance here. Why is the Empress here? Yeah, I would say that so this is the Six of Wands, and then we have the Two of Swords. I would say that your person is hoping that you will come forward. If you haven't done so already, they're hoping that you will continue to make efforts, because that's the only way that they see this connection continuing. This is very heavy. Let's get some oracles. Who is this person? My goodness. How is this person feeling? How is pile two's person feeling? Okay, so we have number 15, message in a bottle. We have number 50, no place like home. We have number 8, community. And we have number 41, soulmates. How interesting is this? It's like the Two of Cups is a card of soulmates. It's a card of love. And it's also the only card here. It's the only cup card here. And what this is indicating to me, for all of these tarot cards to have come out, and for that to be the only card that indicates emotion, that indicates their heart space, this person is so resistant to how they feel, yet at the end of the day, they can resist it all they want. They're realizing that it's impossible to resist something when it's so incredibly meaningful to them. And I would say that you are somebody who feels like home to them, who feels very safe and comfortable. But I don't necessarily know if this person feels like they have a home within themselves. And that can be very scary, to place your home, or to place your worth, to place your value on how another person sees you, or just giving that to another person in general. But there is importance here. And at the end of the day, your person does see that there's something very special here. And I feel like they would really like, deep down inside, they would really like to be able to express themselves, to show that vulnerability. But it's really, really deep down. Let's get some advice. What advice is there? Okay, so we have divine timing. This came out for pile 1 as well. Everything is timing, and timing is everything. Gladly, I release my concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. I trust that the divine schedule makers know what they're doing. It can take a long time to reach divine middle management. What advice is there for pile 2? Strength. You are hereby declared a strong, resilient warrior of heroic proportions. Enjoy your battles, whatever they are, because you are guaranteed to come through them stronger, brighter, and more compassionate. And based on what I know of mythology, probably with great hair and a six-pack. So, obviously take these as they resonate for you. Based on what I'm seeing and based on what I saw in the cards, it feels like the message coming through in terms of advice is to not wait on this person. And I felt it very strongly of this being buried deep within themselves, and it's not something that you or anyone else can uncover for them. It's something that they are going to have to do on their own, and it in no way has anything to do with how they feel about you. This seems to be more so a battle within themselves. Obviously take them as they resonate for you, but that's what I'm seeing. Thank you so much, pile 2, for giving me this chance to read for you today. I'm sorry that this was such a heavy reading. Hopefully I will have a more light reading for you in the next video. Bye! Hi pile 3, and welcome to your reading. Today we're looking into how it is that they're currently feeling. And the oracles that you have chosen are representing their current energy toward you, their actions. This will help you determine whether or not this is actually your pile. And it will also help me give a little bit more insight into what is going on. So to start pile 3, we have the offering. We have forgiveness. We have the riddle. Buffalo, flamingo with the keyword being sustenance, and the damsel. The light attributes are understanding the nature of healthy romance, inspires you to rely on yourself, and the shadow attributes are waiting for a knight to provide for you, seduction by romantic illusion. Okay, so there's a very clear message that's coming through here in these cards, and the biggest takeaway that I'm seeing is that this person is somebody who is really wanting to be a better person or be the best version of themselves, live up to their own values, be authentic. There's something very special here that's going on with your person. There's a phrase that comes to, or maybe not a phrase, there's a quote. I don't remember who it's by, but it's, I can do nothing for you but work on myself, and you can do nothing for me but work on yourself. And it feels like that's kind of what's going on here. It feels like your person sees a lot of worth in, or a lot of value in the connection that they share with you, and they want to show up in the best way possible because of that. It could very well be that this connection is one that has gone through a rift of some kind in the past and it's being repaired currently. It could also be indicative of this person having been someone in the past who perhaps wasn't the healthiest when it comes to relationships, when it comes to connecting with others, and this is something that they're aware of, and they're actively trying now within your connection to not be codependent or place high expectations on you or on another person, not be controlling, not be unavailable. This person really wants to be in a healthy relationship with you. And in a relationship, I would say, like, they're showing up as somebody who either wants forgiveness is currently going through the phase of forgiving themselves, or is forgiving you. Or the last thing that I'm seeing with this forgiveness card is that this person is creating a safe space for you. It's a very clear message. And if that doesn't resonate, this probably isn't your pile. But yeah, let's go ahead and pull tarot and see what comes through in terms of what it is that they're feeling. How does pile 3's person currently feel? What are their current feelings towards pile 3? Okay. We have the 9 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the 3 of Cups, the 3 of Swords, and we have the 4 of Swords. Why is the 9 of Pentacles here? We have the 4 of Swords reversed. Why is the Queen of Wands here? We have the Page of Swords. Why is the 3 of Cups here? We have the 10 of Cups. Why is the 3 of Swords here? We have the Empress. And why is the 4 of Swords here? We have the Queen of Swords. And on the back of the deck, we have the 7 of Swords. That's interesting. I want to get more oracles for a couple of things. Let's see. Whoops. Why is the 7 of Swords here? Why is the 7 of Swords here? We have 4 authority. I believe that's the, yeah, that's the Emperor. Why is the 3 of Cups and the 10 of Cups here? We have 2 mental conflict. Okay. I think your person is wanting to be a good person, is wanting to show up authentically, be truthful. I do feel as though they're having a difficult time right now. When it comes to how do I want to say it? Like, they're concerned that they may hurt you. They're concerned that perhaps they're not being honest with themselves about what it is that they want. And I think that this has to do with the fact that what they're currently doing, how they're currently showing up in this connection, is in a way that is outside of their comfort zone. It's something that they have not necessarily explored before. And because of that, there's discomfort here. It's like they're using their left hand when all they've ever used is their right. And it doesn't feel... It feels awkward to them, almost. Like, the image I got was of somebody riding a bike after they've ridden a bike for years. And even perhaps they took a break from riding a bike for a few years and then they got back on, and it was like they never forgot, versus somebody who is just learning to ride a bike for the first time. There's discomfort there. It feels off. It feels uncomfortable. and they want to push through it, but it doesn't feel genuine to them entirely. And they're recognizing that they need to put a stop to this over-analyzing or overthinking or over-intellectualizing their feelings. They're trying very hard right now to step outside of that analytical thinking. But it's something that's very difficult for them to do. There's love here with the 3 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. This person genuinely cares for you. And they truly want to give it their all. They want to try their hardest. But there's definitely, with mental conflict here, there's definitely some... it's not resistance. I can't think of the word. There's like an unsureness. That's what it is. They feel unsure of the direction they're heading in. And because there's this unsureness, there's this doubt that they're placing on themselves, that they're placing on their emotions, there's fear that's starting to rise, and the fear is that they could potentially hurt you. They could potentially ruin a good thing. I want to get one more. Why is the 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords reversed? We have accelerated motion. This is the 8 of Wands. This person understands that some things in life are meant to be shared. And some of the most magical, purest, most beautiful parts of life are the parts of life that you share with another person. And I think for a very long time, this person may have felt a great deal of fear when it comes to intimacy or when it comes to allowing another person into their life on a deep level. And because of this, they were always in a self-protective type of energy where they would always put themselves first in order to not be the one who loses, to kind of ruin the relationship before the other person has the chance to hurt them. And I don't think that this is a very specific message, and I don't think that this is for every single one of you, but if this is resonating, know that this is your message. But now they're realizing that it's not an option for this connection. If they were to... It's like they're going... Now this person is going against what comes... their natural protective instincts, and that's what's making them feel kind of like a fraud. And it's because they know, even though their emotions and their fears are telling them to protect themselves because it's getting real, it's getting scary, they know deep down inside that they don't want to repeat this cycle with you. There's so much to look forward to with you. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and get some more oracles, see what else comes through. How is pile 3's person feeling? How is pile 3's person feeling? Okay. I'm going to get the bottom of the deck. We have Imagine. Okay, so we have number 9, Treasure Island, number 21, Clean It Up, and number 48, Poised. Okay. it's further confirmation. There's a mess, or there are certain things in this person's life, certain things about this person that they see within themselves that they're recognizing are working to their disadvantage. They're not working to their advantage anymore. Where perhaps in the past, the patterns that they were creating and continuously cycling through were of benefit, it no longer is of benefit. It's just leaving behind messes. And they're realizing that there's this need to clean house when it comes to what's going on in their thoughts, when it comes to how they have a relationship with themselves, when it comes to how they have a relationship that's intimate with others. They're realizing that there's a mess that needs to be cleaned up. And they see this beauty, this magic that they could have with you, or that they do have with you. But at the same time, they're worried that they're not ready. They're worried that they're going to mess it up. But I don't think that that's stopping them. That's not going to stop them from trying. They feel the fear, but they're not allowing it to consume them. There's hope here. There's a feeling of hopefulness. Let's go ahead and get you guys some advice. What advice is there for pile 3 when it comes to this connection? No judgment. I release myself from any and all judgments. I find my inner critic, call it into my office, and tell it to take a vacation. As it leaves the room, I let out a sigh and begin to enjoy the joy of simply being. Who hired that guy anyway? And we have letting go. I don't dwell on bad things that happened. I let things go because I have enough heavy things to carry around. And also, grudges aren't a great look. I feel as though these cards could be interpreted in many different ways depending on your situation. This could very well be a connection that is kind of mirroring one another. And if that's the case, this advice sounds very much so like advice for your person. Which would mean if the two of you are kind of mirroring each other, that this would be solid advice for you as well. If the two of you aren't necessarily mirroring each other and this reading has resonated for you, and this is a connection that you are wanting to continue to pursue, it feels like any past mistakes, any past wrongdoings are not going to help this connection grow and thrive and expand in the future if those things are held onto in the present moment. But that's what I'm seeing for you guys today. And obviously take these cards as they resonate for you first and foremost. Those are just 2 different interpretations that I'm seeing. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today, pile 3. And hopefully I will have the chance to read for you in another video soon. Bye.